Hello everyone, welcome back to the Fergie Time podcast. With Liverpool just one match away from winning their first Premier League title in over 30 years, I thought it would be a good idea to rank every current player at Liverpool Football Club. First up, we have Adam Lallana. Lallana used to be one of Liverpool's better players, but a mix of injuries and the club's progression have left him with a more limited role. This season, he has only had 15 appearances with only 3 starts, 1 goal, and 1 assist. On top of that, his 6-year contract ends this summer, so I think it's best for both Lallana and Liverpool to move on. Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain, a central midfielder that is great at picking out through balls, likes to take players on, likes to shoot from range, and is really good at carrying the ball into space at speed. By no means is one of Liverpool's better players, but is still very solid. In the 2019-2020 campaign, he has made 22 appearances with 13 starts and 3 goals, so I will be putting him into the solid category. Alisson, this one's an easy one. Great at shot stopping, great at handling the ball, super confident in possession of the ball, and rarely makes errors. Arguably the best goalkeeper in the world right now, leads the Premier League in save percentage with 81% and is tied for the most clean sheets in the Premier League with 12. He's going in world class. Andy Robertson, boy, I love this player. A left back that brings great pace, energy, crossing ability, and defensive work rate. He's such a good player. He loves to get onto the end of a long ball in the wide areas and spray in world-class crosses. And arguably, again, one of the best left backs. This season, 28 appearances, 1 goal, 7 assists from the left back position. What a player. He is going into world class. On the other end of the spectrum, we have Dejan Lovren. Lovren has always been a very problematic player for Liverpool. He at times looks solid, but is just always prone to a mistake. As we saw against Everton, was just not up to the speed of the match and made some almost costly errors last weekend. So Lovren, with Liverpool trying to establish themselves as the best team throughout Europe, I think he is no longer a player fit for this side. Klopp clearly sees it too. He's only made 10 appearances this season. He's going into time to move on. Striker, Divock Origi. Origi is a really good backup striker, and I think we're grading him as a backup striker because that's clearly his role on the side. He's very versatile, can shoot from range with both feet, and offers a good defensive presence. He can lead the press when it is called upon, when he has been called upon to do so. So this season, Origi's made 23 appearances, but has only made 5 starts. But in those starts, he has 3 goals and 1 assist. So we have to give him credit. When he's given the opportunity, he shows up. I'm putting Origi into solid. Favino, he's been an absolute destroyer in Liverpool's midfield, is largely responsible for their defensive success as well. He wins the ball back and then passes out to Robertson, out to Trent, and helps Liverpool keep possession of the ball. Such an important player. In my opinion, a top 5 central defensive midfielder in the world, has faced some injuries this season, but still has made 21 appearances and had a goal and an assist. And in my opinion, he's got to go in world class because he is an elite central defensive midfielder. Fabinho's central midfield counterpart, Wijnaldum, he is a really, really good player, helps connect Liverpool's back line with their front line, and is their primary playmaker in the midfield. On top of that, he just has a massive engine, which allows him to disrupt and also distribute. And this season, he's made 29 appearances and has 3 goals, and I will be putting him in the very good category. The 17-year-old Harvey Elliot, just 1 season ago, he became the youngest player to ever play in the English Premier League. Since his move to Liverpool, he has made 7 appearances with the first team in all competitions, and he is lighting up the U23 level in 13 appearances, 3 goals, 4 assists, and on top of that, he's just a really good dribbler and super, super good in tight spaces. This kid is someone everyone needs to have on their radar. He is going into young talent. James Milner, the definition of versatility. In 19 matches, he has played 4 different positions for Liverpool, great strength on the ball, and makes high intensity runs up the wide areas for Liverpool. This season, it is important to note that his role in the club has diminished because of injuries, and also he's starting to age 34, but still has a super important role for the club. This season, 19 appearances, 8 starts, 2 goals, 2 assists. He is going into solid for me. Adrian, this one's quite easy. He's been dreadful for Liverpool as their backup goalkeeper, has made tons of unforced errors, and is especially bad with his feet. A club of Liverpool's quality need a much better backup goalkeeper because injuries do occur, and when he's been called upon, he's been quite bad. He also has a poor save percentage of roughly 64%. Adrian is going in, time to move on. Joe Gomes, he has proven to be the best center back pairing for Virgil Van Dijk this season. He's quick, good with both feet, can break passing lines, and is just a really solid defender. This season, he has made 20 appearances and has a tackle success rate of 75%, one of the best in the Premier League. This kid shows so much potential and still is only 23. He is going into very good. Joel Matip, another center back for Liverpool. He's a ball-playing defender, really good in the air, and is a strong tackler. Since he's been injured, his role has diminished because Gomes has stepped in and played so well. But Matip by no means is a bad third option for Liverpool. In fact, I think he's a really, really good one because he's shown he can be paired with Van Dijk or Gomes and do quite well. In the 9 appearances he has made this season, he has a tackle success rate of 69%. And I think someone Liverpool really do want to keep around and is a great third option. As I said, he is moving into the solid category. Liverpool fans love this player. Jordan Henderson, an athletic box-to-box central midfielder, has great physical attributes. He is quick, he covers a lot of ground, and his physicality in the midfield disrupts opposing midfields. Many people are arguing he is actually the Premier League player of the season. I do not know if I fully agree with that, but this year he's been fantastic. Stepped up his passing game, stepped up his balls into the final third. He's looked like a different player this year, and we have to give credit where it's due. This season, 26 appearances, 3 goals, 5 assists. Henderson this season has been world class and will be going into the world class category. Keshawn Oho Vert, a very promising 18-year-old right back and center back. He is a great passer, likes to carry the ball into space, is good in the air, and is a solid 1v1 defender because he's super patient. In the EFL Cup, he scored for Liverpool. We haven't seen that much from him at the top flight, but I think this is a kid to watch out for, and he is going into young talent. This is an easy one. Mo Salah, one of the most clinical players in the world, stretches opposition backlines, and that allows so much space for his midfield to play because he's such a dangerous threat in behind. This season, 26 appearances, 16 goals, 6 assists, one hell of a player into world class for me. This is a really difficult one for me, Nabby Keita. He's a dynamic box-to-box midfielder with great defensive qualities, is a fantastic passer of the football, has both great passing accuracy and passing range. However, he has not fully lived up to the hype at Liverpool. On top of that too, he's faced many injuries. I think this season he's only appeared in 11 matches due to injury after injury after injury. And across 2 seasons, he's only appeared in 36 matches because of injury. So I think this player, Keita, he has the potential to be very good because he has some really great qualities, but because of injuries and some inconsistent form, I will be putting him in inconsistent. That said, if he does get healthy and he does return fit next year, I believe he could be in the very good category. We have still yet to see the best from this guy. Roberto Firmino, a center forward with a great variety of skills. He's a really good dribbler, great passer in the final third, and can shoot very well from range, great accuracy on his shots. He also initiates the press up top for Liverpool and works hard to do so, something that Klopp demands from all his center forwards, and Firmino, that's why he's such a good fit. This season, 31 appearances, 8 goals, 7 assists. However, there are so many good center forwards out there in world football. He's teetering right between world class and very good. I'm going to put him in very good. That may be a little harsh, but still, what a fantastic player he is. Sadio Mane, a winger with the ability to score with both feet, makes outrageous runs going forward, works hard on defense, likes to cut inside on that right foot, and if you give him even an inch of space, an inch of grass to run into, he will take it, run past you, and go score a goal. This season, he has 15 goals, 9 assists, and 28 appearances, and is no question a world-class player. Trent Alexander-Arnold, the definition of a modern-day fullback. He occupies high and wide areas on the pitch, whipping in world-class crosses, such accurate crosses into his strike force, and there's a reason why he has 12 assists, because he is so good at crossing the football. On top of that, 3 goals and 31 appearances. Arguably the best right back in the world. I would say right now he is. He's going into world class, because when you are that good at your position and that good going forward as a right back, there's nothing more you can really say. Virgil Van Dijk, do I even need to say anything for him? The undisputed best center back in the world, is rarely even dribbled past because he has such great positioning and great pace, is really confident on the ball, and is great in the air. And on top of that, since he's come into Liverpool, his impact has been sensational. Their defense has been locked down ever since he stepped in the door. This season, he's made 31 appearances, and they've had 14 clean sheets. That is insane, and that is the reason why they have conceded the fewest goals in the Premier League. Van Dijk is world class. Shaqiri, a stocky and powerful winger with a magical left foot. That said, he is a bit of a solo act, likes to take players 1v1. On top of that, he's struggled to make appearances this year because of a mix of injuries and also just poor form. He's only made 6 appearances, 1 goal. I think he's a player that should keep on the books for now until they can get more replacement wingers and such, but I would put him into inconsistent. Nathaniel Clyne used to be a decent attacking fullback, great instincts defensively, is really good at making interceptions, and is also really good in transition. That said, a mix of injuries and a loan spell to Bournemouth have seen Clyne only making 7 appearances for Liverpool in the last 2 years, and because of that, I believe it is time for Nathaniel Clyne to move on from the club. Curtis Jones, a 19-year-old central midfielder that helps to connect the front line with the back line, also operates very well in the half space. It makes fantastic runs in behind, and is really impressed this season with Liverpool. Has 2 goals in the FA Cup, and then in the Premier League 2 is absolutely tearing it up. We're talking 14 appearances, 9 goals, 5 assists. Is by all means a young talent and a player to watch out for in years to come. Minamino, a versatile player that can play as an attacking midfielder or a winger, is really crafty and can see things before they happen on the pitch. Since he's joined Liverpool in January, has only made 5 appearances, but if we look at what he's done across all competitions this year, if we include his statistics from when he was playing for Salzburg, we're talking 31 appearances, 9 goals and 11 assists, a player who I think will take up a bigger role in Liverpool in the coming seasons. I'm going to put him into solid. Looking at my tier list, it is quite clear why Liverpool have achieved the success they have this season. So many players in that world-class category. I mean, they are every player in that category is in the top 5 players in their position in the world, and that's why they've been so good. On top of that, you only have 2 players and inconsistent, and I think the Keita one's a bit harsh. So even if you're not in that top tier category, every player on this Liverpool team has performed well, and I think we have to give a lot of credit to Jurgen Klopp. He is great at motivating these players. He gets the best out of every player, and I think this Liverpool team, that is why they are shattering the records they are, and that is why they're about to win the Premier League so early this season. Major props to Liverpool. Congratulations, and yes, this is my Liverpool player tier list. Thank you guys for watching. Please leave in the comments which of my selections you agree with and which ones you disagree with. Also, if you enjoyed the video, please hit that like button and subscribe for more amazing football content. Thank you, and take it easy. Peace.